Okay, everyone, I'm really thrilled to let you know that our next speaker came to us from Canada, Pierre Lalande. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Pierre. And we were lucky enough to send his book to bestseller about maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. And it's all about the DNA of color, of which he is an expert. And I wanted to let you know that Pierre has been kind enough, since he has such a short period of time, to have a special bonus session this evening from 7 to 8:30. Right in this same room. So if you would like to learn more than what you can learn in 10 minutes from this amazing person, come back tonight, grab a quick dinner, come back tonight at 7 to 8:30, and you will get more of his wisdom. So Pierre?
Thank you, Viki. Good afternoon, everyone. If anybody feels like they need to stretch a little bit, please do so. If you want to take a second and just have a little stand. I mean, it's getting a little more tiring at the end of the afternoon. That would be great. So let's take a nice little deep breath. Breathe in for a second, and then let's have a seat back down. Fantastic. Thank you, everyone. It's a privilege to be here and be speaking to all of you this afternoon. And what I really want to focus on here is the science of color. I have been raised in the beauty industry. I was, since the age of 5, color is something that I became fascinated with, and I thought it was absolutely enthralled for me. My mother as well, raised in the cosmetic industry, which is here with me, still works with me till this day. And I've recognized certain ways that color functions on us universally. And I always tried, and I always worked at discovering how color really functions with us in a tangible way. And I would like to start just with wondering and saying, why do people look so good sometimes? Why is it that you get this wow factor with people when you look at them? It's just, yes, genetics have something to do with it, of course. We can say, yeah, that person looks absolutely beautiful, and she's born, lucky. But the wow factor, when we look at someone and goes, oh, you look great. Color does that. Color leads the way. Our brain is actually wired to function on each person color-wise differently. So how we process color on each individual is different based on the color they wear. So the same color will be processed differently on somebody else. And I think we can all vouch this, because at one point or another, we all have seen colors instinctively working really effectively on some people that we just say, wow, it's glamorous, it's nice. And then on others, and we say, but we can't make that association. And this is what I'm here to make all of you aware. And this is the ideal way that I've discovered, how it affects us and how we can utilize it for health. We can utilize this system for improving our business. We can use this system to really work better with others one-on-one. And as well, our emotional, as far as our own personal love life, or having better relationships on an intimate level as well. Color even is affected that way. And we can all think, I'll give you one example of how we think this way with people. If we think of Jennifer Aniston, for example, we think of her, the first thing that comes to our mind is, wow, serenity a bit, she looks calm, and you always see her in this pale blue color. Now, it's her color that she wears that allows us to really see her consistently and delivers the message that she's delivering to everyone. So she understands the power of her colors. We have this consistent thought process about her. When we think of Jennifer Lopez, what's the first thing that comes to our mind about Jennifer Lopez? It's the freshness of her face. We say she just looks like, wow, it's just like we're focused on her, we're not going all over the place, but it always looks good. But again, she's really aligned and in tune with her process of how color works for her. When we think of Ellen DeGeneres, first thing we think of her is universally is her eyes. Her eyes are always standing out. What's making her eyes really stand out? Well, I've got news for you. It's the color of her shoes. It's the color of our shoes. Our shoes are responsible for the reflection of the color of our eyes. It's what really impacts the eyes. It's the shoes that create the balance of where our mind subconsciously works, and to really balance and bring out the white of our eyes, look more brighter and more outstanding. Her shoe choices are always white, black, you know, striking like a real strong blue-red. And those are really what create a really great, perfect balance for her. The system that I've created scientifically as well, and how we can determine this is by analyzing the inside of your wrist, by taking a photo of the inside of your wrist and taking a photo of one eye. The only requirement that we have for this is that the photo is taken in natural daylight. And so I can offer each one of you a complimentary assessment that if you send me a photo of the inside of your wrist and a photo of one eye, you will get 2 of your best ideal colors, you'll get 2 of your worst colors, and you'll also know for your chords and accent, and you will also know the emotional value of it as well, of those 2 colors. And this afternoon, by this afternoon at 7 o'clock tonight, you'll see a lot more of my makeovers, and you'll see a lot more of the photos of celebrities as well this evening when I'm doing my session at 7 o'clock. But again, this is a system that works universally on everybody, and it's staying really true to each one of you, because it's not about changing who you are, it's about enhancing who you are, how to maximize your potential as well, and how to use it and harness it in your life, that it's effective. And everyone who's actually taken on the system, as at first, you need trust a bit, because you just have to just try it. And everyone, I guarantee you, is surprised at the results, because it's very effective. They get the response that they're looking for from others, and therefore, this is the benefits start really occurring once you've actually tried to recognize its benefits. And the beauty about it is that once you've started the system, it never stops for you for a lifetime. This keeps on going. It never ends, and it's never about taking my word any longer. You become the expert after that. You start to recognize how your brain is analyzing other people with how they're wearing colors. You might not have the answer, but you'll definitely recognize when something is not really ideally as peaceful to look at, or something that might be working against their complexion. So this is what I'm working on, and I see this with my clientele, that I see the response of it as well, that's changing lives every day from every level. And I can't stop being really excited and to see how it's changing their lives, and in every facet, in every which way. And then sometimes it can definitely be just the slightest little detail for people who really are in harmony already with, more or less what really works well for them. Sometimes it's the little difference that makes all the difference for each and every one. It's not the big makeover, the big impact, but having the right recommendation for the ideal tips that I can offer on a personal level as well, through my website, through your cosmetics, hair color, and how to detail your accents and your chords between your shoes and your core colors, your belts, and so on. It's very simple. All you need is just a simple formula that allows you a reference point so you can make comparison. And when you use that system as a reference point, only then and at that time can you really know the difference between the response you get from people as well, and when you try to actually do this all on your own. And a lot of times we are conditioned with our preferences of colors. Often what we love and what we like the most are not necessarily what works best for us to deliver the message that we want to deliver, either in business, wellness, health, or beauty, or on a more personal level as well. Because that is conditioned. So how I work is about 70% of the people that I recommend the colors, most of them, more than 70%, say, "You got to be kidding me. I would never put this on, ever, ever." It's either in a cosmetic, suggestion, sort of an eyeshadow, or something that is, as of but it's very simple. What happens is when you put these colors on, it just really affects your perspective, and it affects how others see you, and it allows you to be really true to yourself and live truly, truly an authentic life. So first we start with creating harmony for oneself, then living authentically and receiving the exact emotional messages that we want to deliver through color. So if you want a lot more details with this tonight, how this actually works, and you can visually see all the differences of the makeovers that we'll be showing you that I've done, I welcome you at 7 o'clock, and the email that you can send it is authenticateme@Lalande Color DNA. It's the email is authenticateme@Lalande, LALANDE.com. And authenticate me at Lalande Color. Authenticate me at Lalande Color DNA.
And the information for that can also be found at this link at the bottom of the very first page in your program.
Yes, it can be. So thank you for your time. I hope to see you at 7.
And we have 2 of these marvelous books that just went bestseller to give away.
Thank you, Viki.
Okay, you can give those to them if you'd like. Thank you so much, Pierre. That was wonderful. And please take him up on his offer for this bonus session tonight if you can at all make it, because it's going to be really worth your while from 7 to 8.